right to go any tick of the clock. So we're set now. In walks Kenny Jack. They stand racing immediately, flying away. Rommel's Journey won the start comfortably. Musser was out of the gates well, and likewise Catalpa. First Missile back in the clear settles fourth. Then Pale Rider getting back. Groundbreaker next of all, its stablemate, and back there last is Kenny Jack. Onto the riverside they head, passing the 1100, and after beginning brilliantly, it's Rommel's Journey in control for Brad Parnham, out by a length. Running second is Catalpa. Musser a length and a half away, sitting on the outside of the improving Pale Rider. It's tracked right up on the rails now, and it found itself in the box seat on the back of Rommel's Journey. Further back behind them, Groundbreaker. Getting back into the field now is First Missile, and only had Kenny Jack behind it as they come along past the 650. Rommel's Journey calls the shots, leading by a length. Harvey had Catalpa up there, stalking second. Pale Rider down on the inside third, 3/4 of a length away Musser. Groundbreaker, First Missile is being heeled up back there about 4 or 5 lengths from the leader, and Kenny Jack is a clear last. Heads a turn, Catalpa comes out after the leader, Rommel's Journey, and quickly headed it. 2 lengths Pale Rider, Musser followed by First Missile, who's further back in the field as Catalpa draws away from them. It's Catalpa down to the 150 clear. Pale Rider is picking up. First Missile finishing on very well. Catalpa's got enough in hand, however, and Catalpa was too good for Pale Rider first up. First Missile made ground, finished off nicely into third, and just inside of it Groundbreaker. Then Kenny Jack followed further back behind them. Rommel's Journey had knocked right up, as did the filly in Musser. Catalpa bullied to the lead after heads a turn for home by the Pontiff. Second run here for Grant Williams, and sent clear at the top of the straight by Paul Harvey. Catalpa drew away from its rivals there, gave them no chance of running it down today. Pale Rider stuck on well, and First Missile got a long way back there and was finishing on well, but never going to play a serious part. Catalpa too strong by Rios out of Wild Rock for J. Martin, M. Bardsley, A. Miles, Ms. M. Caputi, J. Haynes, J. Turnock, B. Rouse, Dr. S. Boxley and P.J. Cohen, and ridden by Paul Harvey for trainer Grant Williams. Scored by 1 length in 1:24.54. 2 lengths this margin, second and third, 34.27, the concluding 600. So made it awfully hard for First Missile to really have an impact at its first run back after 6 weeks. Pale Rider, though, was solid by Rommel out of Colleges for Ms. S. Maloney and Dem Epis, trained by Ted Martinovich. Joe has a party there, the rider, and Troy Turner in the saddle for Paula Wag here on the Smart Missile, 3-year-old First Missile from Belmont Girl. Fourth went the way of number 6 in Groundbreaker. So Catalpa draws blood here for the Grant Williams stable. Second win first for Grant, though, from only the 7 runs. Very good effort first up as well. Now the next event, the Tab Touch Better Your Bet handicap over 1400, and a field of 8 to contest the next at 254. As we head down now into the yard as Catalpa prepares to come back, here's Britt.
Thanks, Darren. Grant Williams not here. I have Jeremy from Grant Williams stable, and Catalpa, good performance here. I know it hasn't been in the yard for overly long, but to coming into today, were you confident of a forward showing?
Yeah, we were. His run at Pinjarra a couple of weeks ago was really good. He got caught wide and still hit the line really hard. So small field, Pont had him outside the leader, and then, yeah, kicked away. So we knew he was going to be strong at the end because he'll end up going sort of 1,800 metres.
Well, that's what I was just about to say. Is he a horse, New Zealand bred, that you're expecting just will keep getting better as the distances increase?
Yeah, we think so, but we're not going to push him to get there. Like, we'll let him tell us when he's ready to step up. So he might have another 1,400 or a 1,500 metre in a couple of weeks, but I'll leave that up to the boss.
Seems a fairly easygoing horse on race day. Is that what he's like behind the scenes as well?
Yeah, he's a pretty cruisy dude. He took a little bit to sort of acclimatise down there, coming from a metro stable. So, but he's settled in really well, and he's a lovely horse to do anything with.
Clearly liking his surroundings. Well done.
Thank you.
There's Jeremy Easthope from the Grant Williams yard. Catalpa coming back to scale now with Paul Harvey. on board, and a nice performance there, Scott, and a horse you'd think will just keep improving as the distances increase.
Exactly right, but it actually took him a little while to break through in his maiden. He won a mile maiden, I think it was, at Belmont Park, and today's only 1,400 metres, so no doubt in time he'll get himself to a mile and then beyond, and that's probably going to be the way to ride him, really. To the breeze, he was able to take care of the leader at the top of the home straight, and even though Pale Rider was getting a lovely run through behind him, he never really looked like being run down in the finish. I think the margin was around a length, and then it was a further 3 back to the third place getter, which is a nice enough 3-year-old in first missile. So certainly a form line there that you'd happily follow if he was to make his way back to a class 3 and take on the older horses, or he was to go to another 3-year-old no metro win last year type scenario. He'd definitely be a horse here that can pick up his races here and there for Grant Williams, no doubt about that.
And as for those place getters as well, Pale Rider, first missile, they have to be pass marks, especially a horse like a Pale Rider, which whilst didn't threaten today at 1,400 metres, you just know that over a mile and beyond that Pale Rider will come into his own. So be hopeful that that can be the case for Ted Martinovich's horse there as we get Paul Harvey to the interview station and he's catching up with Scott.
We certainly do. Paul, you rode this horse the other day and he was pretty brave when he was caught out there and kept coming through the line, I thought.
Yeah, he was, yeah. Yeah, he was 3 deep the trip and he kept running through the line. If it's a little bit further, he probably wins. But obviously it's a stepping stone to other races, so yeah, it was a good effort first up and backed it up today.
Coming into today, once he found the breeze, he looked pretty comfortable there too.
Yeah, he was. He travelled really nice, balanced up really well. Then when I said, you know, let's go, he ran through the line really nice. So obviously he's won over 16. The query is after that, I suppose, how far he goes.
What does Paul Harvey do for the rest of the day? Just here for a bit of strike rate?
Go home, put on some Netflix and put the feet up.
Congratulations.
Big day tomorrow.
Congratulations.
There is Paul Harvey. Netflix on the couch for the afternoon. I like it. Good plan. Catalpa takes out race number 2, the Amelia Park Handicap.